Well, Hillary Clinton reliably doubling down on her remarks insulting married white women. The former Secretary of State took to Facebook to write some sort of an apology, apparently, but not one that we would recognize as an apology. She said, and I quote, "Do I believe that some women look at a powerful woman and question whether she can lead, maybe voting for the man their husband is voting for instead? It may not be universally true or easy to hear, but yes, it's a dynamic still at play in our society." Wow. What a vision she has of America and Americans. Joining us tonight, Dr. Sebastian Gorka, former advisor to President Trump, Fox Business security analyst. Great to have you with us. Let's start with that absurdity. Insulting women in India, in doing so in the most self-indulgent terms, and then coming back with this on Facebook, ironically.
Yeah, it's quite stunning, Lou, that clearly she hasn't learned anything in the last year and a half, not one iota. She just continually divides Americans and can only see us in terms of division, whether it's insulting 30 million women, whether it's her other comments saying that only rich people really voted for her. Well, look, this is why she lost. This is why a rank outsider who'd never been a politician before not only defeated 16 rhinos, but defeated a woman who'd spent $1.4 billion on a seat that she thought was owed to her because of her gender and her last name. But, you know, she can't look in the mirror, but I understand it.
Yeah, who could blame her? That's the other consideration. Let's turn to the McCabe firing.
Yes.
The Department of Justice is now, it is upside down. So many of its top officials have been demoted, removed, retired, if you will. What is going on that there is such a lack of understanding within the department about what amounts to integrity, principled judgment and discretion, and a highly committed goal of serving the cause of justice?
Yeah, look, it is clear, as I think one of your previous guests said it, this is about exonerating Hillary Clinton because she's Hillary Clinton and creating a witch hunt to trump up charges against the current sitting president. People need to understand, it has this, anodyne name, but the Office of Professional Responsibility at DOJ is actually the Internal Affairs Division of the FBI. And when they said this guy had to lose his pension, that's a massive, Lou. My sources tell me he was so desperate that Andy McCabe on Thursday went to the DOJ and begged to be vested into his pension. When he was rebuked, he said, "I'm going to bring you all down." That's the level of arrogance. That's the level of ideological actor that Obama put into place.
Well, in his case, I have to tell you, I'm pulling for him. I want to see him pull down every corrupt SOB in the Department of Justice and the FBI leadership. Period.
Well, this is the test now for AG Sessions. This has to be the beginning of a true investigation. Some of these people who are still there, they're still there.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
yeah,
we're past beginnings. Why in the world does Jeff Sessions still remain the lowest energy person in the entire Trump administration when he is dealing with some of the most important and existential issues of that administration?
Additionally, Lou, and this isn't an attempt to make excuses, the DOJ, of all of them, look, we had the IRS, the CIA, DOJ, and on and on and on. All of these agencies were politicized, but the Department of Justice is the worst. It is a viper's den, thanks to Obama, thanks to Eric Holder, thanks to Loretta Lynch. And this is the test. This is the test for AG Sessions. Can you clean the Stygian stables that is the American Department of Justice?
Yeah, and it's important for everybody to think back to, where do Mueller and Comey come from? They come from the stable of Eric Holder, who had in the Clinton years the earliest influences on them, and then to track their career over the course of a quarter century. This is beyond a network of corrupt, politicized cronies. This is something close to some sort of organized criminal element within Department of Justice, working against the very purpose of the department.
Lou, it's a conspiracy. These are individuals who have committed felonies. None of them should be in the positions that they hold. Some of them are still there, especially the FBI. They should all be put on suspension. We should go to clean agencies and clean field offices, get out of the swamp, bring agents here who have no connections to D.C., and investigate every single potential conspiracy that these people were involved in. From Servergate under Hillary to FISA-gate to Uranium One, all of them have to be investigated to the nth degree.
And by the way, we should not leave the FISA court, at least one judge, out of that either.
Right.
Because Contreras obviously had a relationship within the FBI that compromised his judgment. We still don't know why ultimately he did recuse himself. As Greg Jarrett has pointed out here, typically a judge finding a reason for recusal explains that recusal so that there is plenty of transparency, but not now, not with FISA, not in the Justice Department. Goodlatte and Gowdy, I took this up earlier. I do not understand why we are putting up with this kind of conduct from the chairman of the Judiciary Committee, the chairman of the Oversight Committee. These are two journeyman Republicans, low energy and unaccomplished, but nonetheless, one had great expectations of Trey Gowdy, and we were watching them now play politics and games, the likes of which I never imagined they'd be involved in.
For me, there was a turning point, Lou, and it was that testimony on Benghazi by Hillary. Gowdy had her there for more than 12 hours, and she walked out of there unscathed. If I'd been Trey Gowdy, she would have been, let me say, she wouldn't have walked out of that hearing unscathed the way she did under Trey Gowdy. So from that day forward, I've had very little faith in people like Trey Gowdy, I'm afraid.
And unfortunately, we have a few people like Trey Gowdy, like Bob Goodlatte, both of whom are retiring. But that's the good news. Unfortunately, many are not. Sebastian Gorka, great to have you with us. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Lou.